Have you ever sat there with a product in your hand, or for example, with a photo of or a video of certain product, or maybe a certain person, a YouTuber, an influencer, an entrepreneur, and one, and thought like, why and how did this product or person got successful? What do they have? What happened? What worked for them or for the product that they successfully developed and they achieved success? Recently, I did with one thing. I was sitting here, exactly here, doing my Duolingo lesson. If you don't know, Duolingo is an app to learn languages that puts pressure, I'd say a lot of pressure, on doing at least one lesson a day and just going with it. And I thought, how I and hundreds of thousands of other people who also, both them and I, are not perfect, we still struggle, we lack discipline. I thought, sorry, I speak for myself. I still lack discipline in certain things. I still lack pressure put on myself to work towards success every day, every time, and do everything that's possible for me. So how I, and also how all of those people, manage to do the lesson of a certain language again and again, and again, day after day after day. Now I'm on the 43-day streak. How exactly did Duolingo manage to force this amount of discipline on that amount of people? And after thinking about it for a while, I can tell that they didn't. While speaking about discipline or motivation, it's almost common sense that for you it's better to be disciplined than motivated, because motivation won't last that long, and discipline is something you can control because it comes out of yourself and not from something external. Yet, after reviewing this Duolingo app, I've managed to see certain things, exactly 5 things they did to keep the motivation in their students, so in me, like almost all the time. It's really powerful. And why am I really telling this to you? Because those things don't have to be used only in a language app. They're like literally a blueprint of motivation to your life. Of course, it's better to be disciplined, but let's be honest, when you could be motivated to go for a workout every single time, you'd have that positive energy that, yes, it's the time I'm going to do this and I like it. Why not? Literally, why not? It will definitely improve your chance of going more and more and more, keeping it consistent, and just succeeding. So, of course, discipline is more important, but if you are able to motivate yourself, do it. And about this motivation, I've managed to get 5 points from this Duolingo app, like almost psychological tricks they implemented, so it's way easier to stay motivated. Starting with number 1, rewarding. When you reward yourself after struggle, you add a positive emotion, positive feeling to a certain habit, so it's easier to repeat it next time. So it seems pretty easy, yet there is one trap. When you put a major reward on a struggle, especially not exactly, when the struggle is long term, so for example, hitting a 30-day meditation streak, so day after day, when you put major reward at the end, it will be harder to repeat those 30 days because you will like this feeling of this positive feeling you get from this major reward. So you have to be aware. And here, Duolingo made it really good, almost perfectly, I'd say, because they didn't do a major reward. They are giving you some certain gems that you can buy, something that to make your learning easier. I don't know, reviewing hearts. The things aren't really important. They're not like, yes, I finally have it, but they're useful. And also they give those small amounts of those very often. You can get it easily 5 times a day while studying for 10 minutes. Like, the amount of rewards, just the feeling of being rewarded, even though the reward isn't that major to ruin your mind, makes it almost perfect here. So point number one, number one, sorry. I don't know why I'm speaking this bad today. Point number one, reward yourself, not too much. Reward yourself after a struggle to make it bonded to a good feeling of getting reward. Number two, what they did is they implemented challenges. So certain quests and goals you have to get some rewards. But you see a challenge, and as we as men, we rise thanks to challenges. Women rise through compliments, we rise through challenges. And challenges are almost like a blueprint to do anything you want to do. You struggle with going for a workout, challenge yourself to go for this workout or to go for the 3 workouts this week if this is your goal. And you will be more likely to succeed, especially if you write it down and it's a goal, a challenge that you won't forget about. So, point number two, challenge yourself in life. So you will be motivated not to fail challenges. Even if you already do something, you can challenge yourself to do it again. So you are sure that you will keep it consistent. Number three is accountability and teamwork. Because once a week you get a special quest, a long-term one, with more major reward, which you have to do with your friend. Of course, you have to have friends, but you can follow anyone. And there will be opportunities. But if you have friends, especially who do Duolingo, especially, ask them, send them an invitation, because those teamwork challenges make it even easier, because you want to compete with them, you want to get this reward, you feel this accountability that they see what you do, how much you work in this week, so you want to be as the best you can. So they think that you are putting the work in your life. In this matter, into Duolingo, but putting it into a normal life, if you could find someone to keep you accountable or someone to work with towards a certain point, it will be much easier, because you won't be all alone with it. And it will not only be here to do something, but it will also be another person with their own way of thinking. Number four, that's also something women love, competition. Every week you are in Duolingo, you are put into a certain league where you compete to be promoted, stay there, or relegated. You can also compete for top 3 places. The feeling of competition is also something we men strive, we men need in life, because it makes our primal thing inside of us work towards the best results we can even think about, because we don't want to lose. No one likes losing, everyone likes winning. And that's where competition comes to mind. So if you're trying to put something good into your life, make it a competition. So maybe find a friend and race who will, I don't know, read more pages of a book within a week. So you will try your best to be better because you want to win. Seems obvious. And number 5, they put streak. I think that Duolingo is known for this streak of daily lessons, where you get a certain amount of gratification from hitting this streak longer and longer. What's also important about it and what is helpful in your life is that when you already have a certain number in your streak, you feel bonded to it to some extent and you don't want to lose it. So if you could keep yourself accountable in this way, so for example, buy yourself a calendar or make it in your phone and mark every day you manage to do something you want to do. So I don't know, meditate, read a book for 10 minutes, drink enough water. Make yourself accountable in a way of a streak. Here, also keep in mind something very important. Something very important, something I've recorded about. You probably remember my nofap video. You have to remember that when that streak, the number is gone, the progress is not gone in anything you do. Let's go back in time to that video. When those nofap timeline videos told you that after 90 days you will levitate. After 10 days you will be able to speak to women again. I don't know. But it looked like in the way that when you get to day 4, then relapse, you're on day 0, even though you've managed to do 4 days without it. Depends on what level you are. It might be a lot or not. But I hope you understand me. You need to keep in mind that when that number, that streak is gone because you didn't manage to do a certain thing one day, the progress is not gone and you have to keep going. But doing a streak, implementing kind of streak or an accountable calendar to your habit will definitely make it easier to keep up with it because you will be afraid to lose it. Those were 5 psychological tricks I was able to see in Duolingo app, and I think that they are great because you can implement them into any habit you want. And they've made a pretty good job trying those psychological things. So now make your way to better future by implementing them into your life in any habit you want.